These are all the colors that I'm going to be trying out this week. So I made these 3.
This is such a beautiful pattern.
I finished this pattern test for Woolly Tune. Hey guys, welcome to a new video. If you are new here, my name is Tasha and I'm the maker behind Crochet by Tasha, and I actually have a really fun video for you guys today. I bought a new brand of yarn that I really want to try out, and it is called Okey Dokey. I've never heard of it. I saw it on Instagram and I decided to go ahead and try it out and see what it compares to. Let's first talk about the size of the skeins. They are very tiny. They are 50 grams and it's $5.10 per skein, which is pretty tiny compared to some of the other skeins that I have purchased in the past. So I'm going to show you the different colors that I got. This is the whole box right here. The colors are not on the skeins, so I have to do a little bit of guessing, but most of the colors are pretty basic, so I think I'll be able to figure it out. So far I have these 2 brown ones. This could be beige or this could be tan. So we're going to see if we can figure that out. And then I have 2 of this really pretty yellow color. I think this is yellow-orange. It looks like yellow-orange. I got 2 in this really pretty aqua color, 2 in sage green, 2 in navy blue, 2 in this fluorescent green, 2 in this tan color. I think this is tan, and I think this is beige. 1 in orange, 1 in red, 2 in cream, 1 in pale yellow, 2 in black, 2 in gray, and 1 in bright pink. The colors that I ordered, you can see the light pink, medium pink, red. This is the aqua, dark blue, black. This is tan, beige, sage, bright green, fluorescent green. We have cream, pale yellow, dark yellow, and orange. Forgot about gray, and I had 1 more black. So these are all the colors that I'm going to be trying out this week. So let's start off by comparing the Okey Dokey yarn to Bernat. So I'm going to open this skein and we're going to look at it. So this yarn feels exactly like blanket yarn, except it's a little rounder of a strand than Bernat. Bernat has a little bit of a flat strand to it. And if you look at Okey Dokey, it is a rounder strand, which I kind of like. But the thickness is the same. The way it feels is the same. It doesn't shed at all. And it has it's much softer than Bernat is. Bernat is a little bit almost wavy. It's hard to explain. So I thought what we would do is we would try to make something with this. So the container says to use a 5.5, 5, or 4.5 millimeter hook. And it does say that it's chenille yarn, although I think it's blanket yarn. I feel like this is definitely feels exactly like blanket yarn. So yeah, we're gonna make something and then we're gonna just see how it turns out, and then I'll let you guys know what I thought afterward, but let's go find a pattern. As part of my order, Okey Dokey sent me this really nice care package. It's a 5.5 millimeter hook and some needles and some stitch markers, which is super nice. I didn't expect that. I've decided I'm gonna try out a pattern that I always use blanket yarn for because I really wanna compare this yarn to Bernat. And it's the Baby Della duck pattern. So I'm gonna try this out. I was going back and forth on using a 6.5 millimeter hook. I wanna use the biggest hook that I can, so I was gonna use the 6.5 millimeter hook, but I'm thinking of using the hook that they gave me. But I really wanna try my 6.5 because that's what I usually use to make Baby Dellas. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this skein. I'm using the cream pale yellow color. Right now I'm just, there it goes. This was in the center. I'm just trying to find the end of the yarn. I love the Baby Della duck patterns. I like the plushie, the baby, and the full-size snuggler. They sell so well. I'm gonna go ahead and try the magic ring with this yarn. It feels very similar to blanket yarn. Okay, here's my magic. Excuse my parents' dog. He's barking outside. I don't know if you guys can hear him. 5 and 6. I want to tell you how this magic ring closes. Closed perfectly, no shedding, no tearing. So I'm just going to continue making this baby Della. I'm doing yarn over. I am now so comfortable with doing yarn over that yarn under now feels strange to me. I was, specifically a yarn over kind of person. Yarn under kind of person, but now I'm yarn over. So I would say overall, this is feeling a lot like Bernat yarn. The only thing that's kind of holding me back is the price. So I want to see how many, if I can get a full Della out of this 50-gram skein, and then I can think about what I would charge for a baby Della, and then am I getting my money's worth? It seems like too much money for a small. Okay, I just finished the head, and it looks a little bit smaller than when I make this with Bernat blanket yarn, pretty tiny. I think that the hook is probably too big. I'm using a 6.5. I'm seeing some gapping between the stitches, so I would recommend using a 6.0 hook or 5.5. And I'm going to continue making this and just see. I did like where you go in, and then I'm getting ready to do the body, and we'll just see how this little cutie turns out. Okay, I just finished my little baby Della duck, and oh my gosh, she's so tiny, but I think she's going to be really, really cute anyway. Next, I'm going to grab this color, this like mustard color for her beak and her feet, and then we'll move on from there. I have finished the 2 little wings, so those will be sewn on either side of my baby, and then I'll get started on the beak. I'm making good progress on my baby Della. I can't remember if my other baby Dellas are bigger than this, because now that I have the beak and the feet on, it looks similar to my other baby Dellas. But what do you guys think of the yarn? I think it's really pretty. I would definitely buy this yarn again. I think it's turning out really cute, and I just have to embroider the eyes and then make the little headband. Hey there, happy Sunday. I am just sitting down to get some projects worked on. I don't usually film on Sunday, but I just have a lot of things I want to work on, and I want to make sure I share them with you. So let me show you what I did with the Okey Dokey yarn yesterday. I had this idea in my mind to make some chicks with hats, and the reason why I chose that is because I looked at the skeins and how small they are, and I thought I should probably make something that is smaller in scale to make sure I have enough yarn. So I was on my way to the wedding yesterday. I went to a friend's wedding, and I decided to freehand some chicks with hats. So I have this, I've seen this pattern specifically with Looping Teddies. She makes the chicks with hats, and I could not find that pattern anywhere. I think it's a free pattern, and then I was finding one that had like a frog hat, and I thought that could be the pattern that she uses, but I couldn't figure it out. So I thought, okay, how hard can this be? So I did 8 single crochets, doubled it up. Then I did the single crochet double to make 24, and then I just kept making 24 rounds. And then the last round, I just did a front loop only, and then I flipped it upside down and did back loop only with the yellow. So I'm not sure if I did it right. It seems like these wings are a little on the low side. So if I do it again, I'll probably do the wings up here. I just wanted to make a low profile chicks with hats. The first one that I made was actually this one, and I used this really pretty golden yellow color. I think they're really cute. This one came out a little bit bigger. I think I did an extra body round. And then I also made this one, and I think I must have, this is the problem with freehanding, I must have done like one less row on the hat, and so the body came out a little bit smaller, but it's okay. Like, this is still a really cute pattern. I mean, a really cute chick. So I made these 3. Yeah, so I'm still gonna continue to work on that. I am gonna try to find that chicks with the hats pattern though, because I really like the way her chicks turn out. And so I want, even though I did freehand these, I wanna try that on my own as well. Today I wanna finish up my Fresnel Rainbow Yarn whale. This is all from Jade's whale. All I have to do is the bottom portion, which is the white, and then maybe embroider some eyes or maybe use plastic safety eyes. But I can't wait to see how this is gonna turn out when I'm all done. I know it's gonna be super cute. I also received my yarn in the mail for this Crochet Grove dinosaur, which looks totally messed up right now, but I promise when I'm done, it's gonna look like a brontosaurus. It's just such a cute pattern, and I really wanted to make it, and I really wanted to make it with this Fresnel yarn, so I'm really hoping I can figure out this neck part, because what happened is somehow this opening is maybe a couple stitches too small, so I thought, okay, I'll just add some stitches, but it ended up making this really weird like outer neck thing. So I need to frog this, go back to the original neck, and just whatever stitches I have there, just go with it, and then of course the head sits on top. So I think in the end it'll be okay, but this does not look okay right now, so I will fix that. And then I also started a pattern test. I think I showed you this monkey, and I think this is by Woolly Tunes. And this is the yarn that I thought I was getting in the mail. I thought it was Sonoma. It's not Sonoma. I need to go back and see what yarn this is. This has this rusty color in it, which I love. And this is the yarn that I bought instead. This is Sonoma. I really do like this yarn, but it doesn't match that one. So I had to start all over again. And this is what I've done so far. So this is the body with the arms. I think it is super cute. I don't mind it at all, but I definitely want to go back and find this yarn so that I can finish that monkey as well. And then I finished the head, but I haven't done the part in the front, like the extra little white piece that you make. And I'm also second guessing these embroidered eyes. I think I looked at some of the other girls that made it in with a plastic eye, and I think it looks a little bit better that way. And so I think for this one, I'm gonna do plastic eyes instead of embroidered eyes. So that's what I'm working on right now. I still have to make 2 legs, finish the head, and make a couple of ears. So I have a lot of like half completed projects today that I really wanna finish. I also have 2 Etsy orders out there, safety eyes, that I need to begin painting today. My plan was to get them in the mail by tomorrow, which is actually a little bit on the early side, but I always like to ship out earlier than what Etsy tells me I need to ship it out. So I definitely want to put the first coat on, try to get those done. And then this week, I'm going to start designing some new colors. I've had the same colors on Etsy for a while now, and although my sales are picking up, I still want to add some variety, and I have some new paint colors that are just gorgeous that I think would be really nice in on these safety eyes. So I'm gonna work on that. I think first I'm gonna finish the whale because he's so close to being done. And then from there, I'm gonna transition into the monkey because this pattern test needs to be finished very soon. I will catch up with you guys in a bit when I have finished this whale. I'm using Bernat yarn for the bottom of the belly and a 5.5 millimeter hook. And yeah, this shouldn't take too long. Here's my completed whale. Now the flukes, I think that's what they're called, can just kind of hang, or you can tuck them up. I like to tuck them up. I like it for it to look like he's swimming. I know there's a way with the pattern that you can crochet them with, like she tells you which stitch to put like a crochet marker on, a stitch marker on, so that they will naturally flip up that way. And I have done it, but this time I got lazy and I just attached the tail without really thinking about which direction it was going. So you can see I just tacked those up just a little bit with some yarn just so that they would face up. I think for this guy, I'm going to give him some plastic safety eyes. And some of you ask me how I attach them after it's already done. I do hot glue them. I'm sorry if that bothers you. I do let parents know that I've hot glued them, and to be honest with you, you can pull them out with your hand,
if you don't hot glue them, but when I hot glue them, they don't come out. You would have to cut them out. That's the only way they would actually come out. But isn't this such a beautiful pattern? Like such a beautiful yarn, and you don't have to do any color changing except for the white part to get this beautiful effect. It looks like I used a bunch of different kinds of yarn, which is pretty awesome. Here he is with his safety eyes, and I think he's so cute. I always make the eyes really big on the whales, and people just love it. Next, I'm going to be working on this pattern test by Woolly Tunes. This is the body and the arms, and I just need to finish the head, which includes adding ears and the muzzle. And this is cream Bernat, I think it's called vintage white, and then this is Sonoma, and I use a 7mm hook. So I'm gonna start working on that, and I will catch up with you guys in a bit.
Hey there guys, it is Monday, April 7th, I believe, and I want to do a quick check-in with you guys and let you know what I have been working on last night and part of today. I finished this pattern test for Woolly Tunes, this adorable, sweet monkey. And I did have a little mix-up, as I told you before, because the yarn was wrong, but I really like the way he turned out. I think he's super sweet. You can put his arms together and you can tack them together and put like a banana in there if you want to, or you can just leave them free. I decided to leave mine free. This was actually a pretty easy pattern. The legs and arms, you just make those separately and then you sew the legs on, but you crochet the arms in the round, and the head has to be sewn on, the ears have to be sewn on, and the muzzle has to be sewn on. So if you don't like sewing, this may not be the pattern for you, but just look how cute he is. I think the finished product is totally worth the effort. I do realize that I never made his tail, so I need to go back and make his tail. In the pictures that I submitted for the pattern test, his tail didn't show, so that was okay. Okay, in other news, I have been fulfilling some safety eye orders. I had a repeat customer reach out to me. Her name is Angela. Thank you, Angela. And she wanted some gold eyes. So she went ahead and purchased a different color. And then she messaged me and said, what I really want are gold eyes. So I'm gonna put a little clip here because my husband was doing our taxes all day and so I wasn't able to film. So I'll put a little clip here showing you what those gold eyes looked like, and I'm also going to be putting out a listing for them because I feel like gold eyes are something that lots of people might be looking for. And I used gold paint mixed with a couple different types of glitter, and I think it came out really pretty. She ordered 4 35mm eyes. So watch this clip. Okay, the second order that I fulfilled was for Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Thank you so much for your order. Sonia ordered 2 sets of Unicorn Magic 25mm eyes. They turned out gorgeous. Watch this clip. And the last order was for Kimberly. Kimberly placed a pretty large order with me. She ordered rose gold eyes, a couple of pairs of tropical eyes, and also some birthday party eyes. So I really appreciate those 3 people ordering from me, and I was just like blown away getting those 3 orders in a row. but it was super fun and I enjoyed it, and they're in the mail. So that's awesome. Hey there, it's the next day. It is Tuesday, the 8th of April, and I want to show you my chicks. I know I didn't get a chance to show you yesterday. I actually had a little clip on my camera and I need to go back and put that in. But anyway, I want to go ahead and show you my progress on my chicks with hats. My goal is to make 2 of all of the colors that I have. Hold on. This is what I have so far. I have 2 orange. I need to make 1 in red. I have 2 navy blue. I need to make the chick part of this hat. I have 2 brown. I need to make the chick part of the other black one. I made the black hat. It's in the other room. I made 3 in this Kelly green color. I have 2 in this color. I just have to make the chick. And then I want to do 2 in pink. And then I think that will probably be good. Here's a look at the final count of my chicks with hats. I have 3 in this really pretty Kelly green color. And what I want to let you guys know, I ran out of Okey Dokey yarn in this yellow color. So I went ahead and used Bernat. And I want to show you how close it is. Just by looking at this hat, you can see how well it goes with it. And then the orange is Okey Dokey yarn. So the yellow is Bernat, the green and the orange are Okey Dokey. And it's a very good comparison. So I made 2 in lime green, 2 in pink, 2 in this really pretty blue. I need to make my second black one. I haven't done that. That's going to be a tomorrow project. And then these are so funny. They roll all over the place. Okay, I have these 2 orange ones. And then, see what I mean? I had them all laid out nicely. The 2 red ones, 2 navy blue, and 2 brown. So these are all of the chicks that I made. And I'm going to take a little break from making chicks with hats. I have lots of projects in the next couple of days that I want to do to market prep for Maine. So please stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here, guys, but thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I still have a lot more projects to get done. I've got to finish my Brontosaurus by Crochet Grove. And I actually have another kind of yarn coming that I want to try out and share with you. And none of these are sponsored videos. It's just me wanting to research and share strategies and ideas with you that maybe you can benefit from. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.